There's a dog race too, right?
Mm-hmm. Dachshund race.
It's so funny.
Little weenie dogs. Winner gets a hot dog. Slept all the way past y'all almost.
Almost.
Funny is, oh, we're going to tell the story, but we were at USA. The president was telling us about how they have all these pins, like USA pins,
Yeah.
and it's a set. And to encourage the students to network with each other,
They swap
collect the entire set. And you want to know what the prize is?
What?
A Coca-Cola. Is that not one of the smartest things you've ever heard?
Funny.
Get your Coca-Cola. I'm excited. Holli Mack is here in the studio.
Oh, Kyle's watching.
Hey, we got a viewer.
Hey,
on YouTube.
Kyle.
All right, I'll step up when y'all are ready for me.
Or you can message us on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Now, live, Mr. Jones and Johnny.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Noon Show with Lisa and Johnny. We are coming to you live and streaming everywhere. The Noon Show airs Monday through Friday from noon until 1 o'clock Central Time. Each day, we bring you engaging conversations, fresh perspectives, and stories that connect us all. Johnny and I would like to invite you to join us along with today's show guest, Holli Mack, co-host of the afternoon show on our sister station, 101.1, The River. So, for today's conversation, pull up a chair, sit back, and relax. And now, without further ado, here's Johnny.
Oh, let's have some fun today.
Welcome everyone to the show today.
Welcome on this gorgeous day. Man, it's feeling good outside. And all I got to say is roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a big weekend. It's Wednesday, so we're sliding into the weekend already. And can't hardly wait for the weekend. So I think we're there. But isn't it a beautiful, gorgeous day?
It is a gorgeous day.
This fall weather is starting to slip in and spoil us. And I am excited that Holli Mack's here with us.
Holli Mack's here. Holli Mack's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
so.
Holli Mack.
Oh my God, I am
Hey, y'all.
so
Hey, y'all.
excited.
I am so excited.
Talking about being spoiled, she brought us some blackberry cobbler.
And
Girlfriend.
it's still warm from the oven.
Yeah, I was reading your fun facts talking about being one of the Sugar Baker sisters. That was very
Right.
Julia. Is it Julia Sugar Baker or is it another one that's more Sugar Baker?
Well, it was
would be
Julia.
that? Which one was the baker?
Julia.
Well, Julia was the owner of the design firm, and Suzanne was kind of the socialite that was the social face of the design firm.
Yeah.
And they were Sugar Baker sisters, and Sugar Baker and Associates was the
Yeah.
business.
It was
name.
very Sugar Baker.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
right.
To do
Yeah.
that.
But Holly,
Yeah,
all
I'm
I've got
sorry.
to say on terms of this wonderful blackberry cobbler that we're going to get to eat, I think I love you.
Well, good.
Look at that.
I
Look
mean,
at
good,
that.
already.
Gotta
Good.
get something
My
started
new
over
best
here.
friend.
Hey, I'll take it.
Folks,
No
we're so
doubt.
glad you're with us today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping us grow our happy little family here at the Noon Show. And to all our folks around the country, thank you for being part of our growing family. And Miss Sunshine, I've got to send out a message real quick now to our friends on the
Okay.
coast.
All
We
right.
promised them we would do this. But I want to say thank you to all our folks down at the beach that were so kind to us. But I want to remind everybody, if you're planning, and if you're not planning one, start planning a vacation, a getaway this fall. Because, I mean, this is a beautiful time to
Oh,
go.
it is.
And here are the
Fabulous.
folks you need to call.
All right.
Call our friends at Bella Beach Properties, bellabeachproperties.com. Over 125 properties available to you, and they know how to take care of you. So if you're planning and you want that perfect place to stay, bellabeachproperties.com.
Yeah, I'm wondering when Grace is going to take her trip. She was the winner
I
of
think
our beach
she's
trip
probably
giveaway, courtesy of Bella Beach
Getting
Properties.
anxious to do it. And then
Yeah.
secondly, if you want to stop off in the charming little village of Fairhope, Alabama,
Mm.
this is where you go. You go to Jubilee Suites. Now, Jubilee Sweets is a level above every bread and breakfast you've ever seen, sitting on beautiful Mobile Bay. Absolutely fabulous place. The way you make your reservations there is simple. JubileeSweets.com. And
Yeah.
tell Nancy and all the folks.
And Jim, and shout out to Jim. Thank you for emailing me that recipe I asked you for. By the way, I got it
Thank
yesterday.
you for breakfast the other morning.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
Dana and Jim Maloney, the owners, they're waiting to see you too. And don't forget to check out Sunset Point, owned by our friend Panini.
Panini
Look,
Pete.
Panini Pete. I'll get that out. But
Yeah.
anyway, and then third, if you want to find a way to schedule everything, to find out everything that's going on, events, attractions, etc., go see our friends at Orange Beach Gulf Shore Tourism. All you got to do there is www.alabamabeaches.com. And then to our friends at the University of South Alabama.
Oh, go Jags.
Go Jags. Hope you win this
Ready.
weekend. So
South. Go.
that's right.
Yeah.
They're all our new friends. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being our partners. And y'all go check these out, because man, they know how to
Hey.
show some hospitality.
They are amazing. I know we're live on the air, Johnny, but I need to make a real quick phone call to our producer,
We're
Axel
experimenting. aren't we?
Axel Rose. I've got some stuff to tell him
Okay.
that's going on. I want to make sure he doesn't miss it. My gosh, that's
Wow,
so
it
loud.
works.
How do we turn that down?
Listen to that, how it works so well.
Hey, Axel, what you doing? Hey, listen up. Hey, are you don't eat my part of that blackberry cobbler while I'm not looking, okay? Okay, all right. That's
Axel, you're
okay.
coming through clearly. Wonderful.
You are. Hey, listen, I got to tell you a couple things, Axel. So we've got a ticket giveaway going on right now. So I want you to just kind of listen in while I tell everyone, if you want to win 2 free tickets to see Ararat on Friday, September the 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Historic Bama Theater, here's how you do it. The first step, Axel Rose. Watch for our Facebook post. It dropped 6:30 a.m. today. And and guess what, Axel Rose? We set it up so that the first 3 people who answered correctly to qualify are automatically going to also win Texas Roadhouse gift cards for dinner for 2. And I've already got them on the list. So Axel Rose, you're going to help me address those envelopes and send them out, right? Yes, dinner for 2, Texas Roadhouse. Isn't that awesome?
You can take your date.
Yeah, no doubt. Bring your girl and just go. But listen, you got to hear step 2 and 3. Step 2. Nope, we just talked about that one. So step 3, we'll skip to that. So Axel Rose, everyone who qualifies will be entered into a random drawing to win the 2 free Ararat tickets. Now, Axel, we are going to need to cut that off at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday.
That's right.
So if you haven't entered, you got to go on there and answer that
Get
question
on the stick, do it. Come on.
correctly. You're not going to want to miss your chance at a night at the theater on us.
Hey, go ahead.
Go ahead, Axel Rose. Yeah, we're down.
No,
We're
don't.
down.
Here we are experimenting again. It's working.
Yeah, right. And guess what, Axel? So me and Johnny Rocket are going to go and participate in Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah, we sure are.
Are you going? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Well, there's beer.
Oh yeah.
There's all kinds of things. They
Big
do a
old
5K.
beer
I
signs.
think people like do the 5K, Axel, and then they give them a beer. Is that right?
That's actually true.
I think that's actually how they do
They
it.
actually do that. That's actually,
Okay, I want you to come and see us. I think what time is our thing?
I don't know.
It might be at 10. Let me double check
I
that.
think it's early
But
afternoon.
Johnny and I are going to we're hosting. We're not judging.
I'm
Are
not
we
sure. I
judging?
think we may be judging.
We're going
I think we
they
may
use
be
the word.
judging.
So Axel, they use the word MC. We're going to MC a dog costume contest. So you should come and hang out with us.
Yeah, we do just like we do around here. We don't
Hey,
know, and
Axel.
then we just do it.
Axel, there's not a football game. The tide is not rolling to that
That's
day. So why don't you come and hang out with us at Government Plaza at Oktoberfest? And you know what? Dre's going to be out there, and he's
A lot of folks.
going to MC another. What is that? That Stein
That
competition?
stein where you hold the beer stein out, and the last one to drop their arm wins.
Yeah, I got golfers.
It's hard to
so
do.
I don't think I can do that one.
It's for men and women.
and
It's hard to do.
I don't know if Axel Rose knows about this too, but before too much longer, Axel Rose, I realize that we are right in the middle of or just the beginning of football season, but the time to prepare for this is right now. So Tuscaloosa one place, Tinsel Trail. The most wonderful time of the year is just around the corner, and you can be part of Tuscaloosa's favorite holiday tradition. The Tuscaloosa's one place Tinsel Trail lights up Government Plaza with hundreds of live trees and festive displays. Sponsoring a tree or display is a fun and creative way to promote your business or organization, but don't wait. Spots are going fast. Visit TTownTinsel.com to learn more and claim your spot on the trail. Don't forget to check it out, Axl Rose. Hey, what's the news from the room across the hall?
Are you eating up?
You didn't
Are
eat
you eating that blackberry coffee?
Did you just don't eat all of it? Can I have one bite left? Maybe
Man,
one bite?
I tell you,
Shit. Axel, sharing is caring, okay?
yeah.
Oh, by the way, hey,
No, you're not.
Holli Mack said there's ice cream downstairs that she brought.
Yeah.
Let's distract him. What kind he wants to know?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. So if we could just
Perfect
distract him
blackberry
and stretch
combo.
it out until the break, and then me and Johnny can run over there and get a piece real quick.
Anyway, well, we need to get him back in the studio.
Okay, I'm hanging up with you. We'll talk to you in like the 5 seconds it takes you to cross back over to the studio. Okay, all right, cool. Bye.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
Look, guys, the reason we're doing this is we're going to open up our show to doing virtual interviews. And so excited about it. We've got Southern Research on the calendar already. We are promoting the season for the Bama Theater. I know this seems maybe a little silly, but sometimes you want to try things out, make sure you have got all of your T's crossed, I's dotted, whatever all you need to do. Make sure we know what we're doing before we bring someone.
I don't think we ever know what we're doing. We're just having fun.
Look, we just want to do the best we can.
Yeah.
So,
well, before we get, let me go back a minute because I think you pointed out something I really want everybody to
what's
make
that?
sure that you're
Yeah.
knowing how to participate. Tuscaloosa's one place Tinsel Trail is a big deal, folks. It really does kick off the Christmas season, but it's for such a fantastic cause.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa one place does so much for so many families. So let's get out there and support this. There's still sponsorships available for Christmas trees, and you ought to go ahead and make that call, because an organization, a civic club, a nonprofit, a business, whoever, I mean, let's participate and let's support and make this the biggest year ever for Tinsel Trail, because they really deserve our support, and we love those
do.
guys.
They are
we
worthy
really do love
cause,
it.
and we are really excited, and we're what an honor and a privilege. We're going to be reading the letters to Santa.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Live on the air, and it's
Such a
just
great cause.
so many things going on out there
Yeah.
at Tinsel Trail, and we are really truly looking forward to it.
And I know we're headed toward break now. Can I slip in a coming soon announcement?
You go right ahead, Johnny Rocket.
Coming soon, we're going to be giving away Beach Boy tickets. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
Look
We
out.
are. We've got a pair of Beach Boy tickets we're going to be giving away soon. So you need to stay tuned and keep listening to us crazy
Yeah.
folks here at the Noon Show.
You do. My mom and I are going for sure. Her best friend Amanda might be going with us,
Oh.
but we don't have confirmation from her quite yet.
I see.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets
That's
to the
awesome.
fabulous Beach Boys.
I'm excited about
Me too.
that. We are up against the break, though, guys. You've been listening to the Noon Show on Catfish 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back. We need to change that back. Okay.
So there's nowhere, if I go get my headphones, there's nowhere I can hook in to hear it. Can I not hook in down here to hear it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let me go grab
If you can figure it out, you're welcome to
We
bring it
really
in.
don't know.
Thank you, Axl Rose.
We can hook it up down there. Might be a game changer for the live audio.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
If it does work,
Because you would hook it.
I would just hook up the live feed straight to the camera, and we'd have the quality.
Guess what
audio.
we have in our bag? We have microphones.
Let's see. It just
Do you have
might
your
work.
microphones? Or do we all? No, these
I
are.
don't know if this one. I don't know
Is
if
it,
they're
would it
on.
mess anything up to try to plug these mics in? Actually? And then you could hear the live better. These are,
There's only one plug in.
Okay.
yeah, that one's charged. You have
It was
to
a good thought.
plug it into the end of the, like where you charge it. This clip thing fell out. So that has to be covered on. But if you plug that, like into this part of the phone, oh no, that's not a phone though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think about that. My bad. Yeah, that's a totally different, and it wouldn't plug into that, right?
No.
But that's a really good point. So you didn't have your headphones?
I have my headphones, but there's no jacks to plug into
Surely.
where I can hear it.
That one would work?
It's not part of our.
Oh, it's all that.
Mhm.
That would be useful.
Thanks for listening to the Noon Show with Lisa Jones and Johnny Aycock on Catfish 100.1 or online on Catfish. You can call us live at 205-723-0731 or message us now.
Speaking if you could splice one of them off, what about this stuff here?
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Welcome back to the Noon Show right here on Catfish
Yeah,
100.1.
welcome
Thank you
back.
so much for being part of our growing little happy family around here. We are so excited that we're streaming all over the place these days. Good friends all over the country. And we just a shout out to all of you who are so kind to listen and give us feedback and be faithful. And we're going to get to a really fun show today because Holli Mack's with us. And before we do that, we need to say thank you to one of our great sponsors.
Yes.
And that's our good friend, Ken DeWitt. Ken DeWitt is an outstanding professional business coach who operates what's called the EOS system. Now, the EOS system is the entrepreneurial operating system, which basically is a process that Ken is an expert in applying and working with small businesses, entrepreneurs, you and your leadership team. And he's working with Lisa and I, as a matter of fact, and we know how absolutely effective he is. He's been doing this for many years around our community throughout Alabama and across the South. And if you're looking for a way to get traction in your business, maybe you're trying to find a way to be more productive, more effective. Maybe you're having people issues, which often happens.
Yeah.
And perhaps you just want to make more profit.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing. Well, Ken can work with you and through the EOS system to help you be a more successful small business, a more successful entrepreneur. So check out Ken DeWitt, our good friend. Go to eosworldwide.com/Ken-DeWitt and tell him that Lisa and Johnny sent you and watch what he can do for your business.
Yes, and I'm looking very forward to our appointment today,
Yes, you've got,
right after the show.
that's right. You've got a session.
I do. Yeah, guys, in case you're just now joining us, we have Holli Mack, who is on our sister station, 101.7 The River. Welcome to the Noon Show studio, Holli Mack.
Thank y'all. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Johnny.
Good to see you.
Thank y'all
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I love seeing y'all around the building, but it's fun to be here and be a guest on your show today. So
That's
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we've wandered into your studio
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And well, actually, quite frankly, the last time we wandered into your studio at DC, you guys were showing us how to do the calling. And
Oh, yeah.
so I think that it's going to be a game changer for us. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But
And,
I've sat in on your show a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's just fun, isn't it?
It is fun. It's so much fun. It was nowhere on my bingo card for 2025 or beyond, as they say. But we are having an absolute blast, and I look forward to it every day, literally. I'm sad during the weekends because we're not in the studio live on the weekends, but we're having a great time.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, plus let's tell everybody about the river first.
Okay.
It's still a new station,
It
but
is.
it's a really special station.
It is. We actually signed on kind of right before January, and we are a contemporary Christian station. That's the format, and we play contemporary Christian music, praise and worship music from the 90s through now. So whether you are a fan of Michael W. Smith and Amy Grant or Point of Grace and For Him, or Brandon Lake, Elevation Worship, Bethel Music, some of these newer artists, we play a great variety of that. So we're local, and as far as we know, we are the first truly local contemporary Christian station that has been in Tuscaloosa. So we're very excited about that. We are still kind of new, so we're still trying to get the word out throughout West Alabama. And even we've had some listeners call us from East Mississippi, and we know that folks are listening to us in Jefferson County, Shelby County, even as far as Marion County earlier this week. So we love it. We love it.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
was just going to say, last night, Holly and I were on the phone for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Time flies. Can you imagine a couple of radio personalities
That's right.
on the phone?
Oh,
Hashtag hang up the phone. No, just kidding. But anyway, it was great because I kind of learned a lot, about, different things we'll just say through you. And then you sent me some fun facts, and I am absolutely blown away by more than one thing on your list. But the fact that you adopted a child, you had been married for 2 months.
2 months, yeah. So the interesting thing is, I have known since I was in the 10th grade in high school that I was supposed to adopt. It was just kind of a God thing, and I knew that.
Really?
I never really shared that with anybody until later in my adult life, and I kind of shared that with several of my friends as a young adult. Was nowhere near marriage at that point. As a matter of fact, my husband and I are each other's first marriage. We got married later in life.
Yeah.
But we had been married literally 2 months to the day. And I was in a wedding for some friends who were actually in our wedding. And after the wedding, an acquaintance of mine basically got in the car and said, "Hey, I have a question for you. Hear me out." And that's literally how it happened. They had some friends. Young lady was expecting and wanted to adopt the child out to a family. They thought of us. Now we had not even discussed it. We've been married 2 months. So we had not even really discussed that, between us. But that's pretty much exactly how it happened. And it just kind of went from there over the next few months. And the funny thing is, literally 1 year to the day exactly from when my husband proposed, our son was born. So that was definitely a whirlwind of a year.
Well, let me just ask you this.
sure.
So you said it had not come up, but even like before you got married, did you mention, I really feel led to adopt?
We
did you
had
have any conversation?
We had just briefly kind of talked about it, and you kind of have those conversations. Do you want to have kids? Hey, and of course, being older, first marriages, hey, can we even have kids? Are there any existing medical issues? You never know about those things. So we kind of talked about it, but honestly, when we did, it was kind of, well, we'll just wait and see what happens. We'll let God work it out. So literally had not had really detailed discussions, and then, wow, somebody got in the car. And the interesting thing is, for years and years, I'd had so many friends who had been trying to adopt for years. They had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, gosh.
They had all the portfolios out, worldwide, both domestically and internationally, trying to find a family that would choose them to be adoptive parents. And I literally had an acquaintance get in the car and say, "Hey, and you want a baby?" And I'm thinking, did you basically offer us a belated wedding gift of a baby?
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So, but it's impressive in so many ways. In fact, the way you would just pivot and then just do it. 2 months of marriage is nothing.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, not only had we just gotten married, but I was working as an assistant director of a camp and conference center, basically on the state line. So I was commuting to work back and forth. And we were going into the summer camping season, and that camp had not really run an on-site summer camp. I had very extensive background in that, so I ended up living on site. So we get married, and basically 2 weeks later, I moved to the camp almost full time, and I'm staying there overnight and all that. So I wasn't even seeing my husband, and he was working nights and I was working days. So on the rare occasion that I would get 24 hours off, we still weren't really seeing each other. So it was a while before he and I actually got to talk about it. And I said, hey, I have a question, and I presented it to him, and he kind of gave me the funniest look. And I know he's watching us live on
Hey,
Facebook
Kyle.
right now, but
One of our most favorite fans.
Yeah.
remind me to tell y'all about his loyalty to y'all's show. But so the funny thing is I mentioned it to him, and he gave me the most odd look that I've never seen from him. And I said, hey, do you want to adopt a baby? And it was kind of just like that. And he looked at me and said, I'm still trying to get used to being married to you. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because your first year of marriage is where you
Yeah.
set precedents for everything. What do you do for Christmas? What do you do for birthdays? What do you do in the summer?
Yeah.
What about this season, that season?
Well, we did it with a brand new baby.
With a brand new baby. I
Yeah.
don't know where that chiming noise is coming from, by the way. But anyway, yeah, it just impresses the heck out of me. And just a big time pivot, speaking of family. So you're related to the people who founded Northport.
Yeah, when I was growing up here, I always heard, oh, my maiden name is Maxwell, and they would say, oh, well, you're Holli Maxwell of the Northport Maxwells. And I couldn't wait to get away from it and get away from this town and all
Really?
of that. Yeah, just because I wanted my own identity and not to be
Well, that makes sense. That makes
known
sense.
for
Sure.
who my family was. And so I did for several years, lived and worked elsewhere in Lee County and Birmingham and then Atlanta. But, as soon as I moved back, I realized how much pride that I had in that and how important those roots were.
And now you can highlight
So,
that to Harrison.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of my family and proud of our history in, Northport and Tuscaloosa. Somebody posted on one of the Tuscaloosa history Facebook sites the other day, the Maxwell Brothers store, which is now the Avenue Pub downtown and all of that.
Okay.
Those were my relatives and all that as well. So the Maxwell family has quite a rich history in Northport and Tuscaloosa.
They really
so.
do. Very prominent, very rich history. And I would be proud of that too.
Yeah.
I think it changes your feelings too when you have the next generation to share with.
It
Don't you
does.
think?
It does. Technically, since Maxwell was my maiden name, I'm the last official one. But, my son will carry that on. And,
Right.
and he'll understand a little bit more about those things growing up. So,
Yeah, he sure will.
That's
And
incredible.
what's your son's name?
Harrison.
Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Good name.
It is. Strong name.
Very
Yeah.
strong name. Yeah. Harrison's a pretty good name around this town too.
That is true. That is true.
That is a great
But,
name.
that's a great story though.
I love that.
I knew we had
You
you.
never
here
know
for a
who's just
reason.
down
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You never know who's just down the hall from you.
That's right.
That's
I mean,
right.
and again, that's what we all do. We try to find those unique stories and share them because
Right.
everybody's got a wonderful story.
Well, and that's something that I talk to DC about a lot is I feel like everybody has a story
They do.
and every life matters.
That's
and
right.
regardless of any choices you've made one way or the other, we all have a story. And for so many people, it's important to
Yeah.
get that story out there. And that's part of what we do.
And
Amen
we
to
love
that,
to tell
sister.
stories around here, and
We do.
we do. And we're going to tell some more after I think a break, maybe.
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, we will be right back, though. Guys, you've been listening to The Noon Show on Catfish 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back. We need to take a picture, though, too, don't
Okay.
we? Yeah, we always do that with our guests.
Okay.
So,
Good time.
let's see what I got. Do you get Texas Roadhouse gift cards from 101 Seven River? Or
We give them away.
you give them away?
Mhm.
Okay, see, I didn't know. See, I kind of figured that. So probably not supposed to give you one then.
Probably not.
I've got to give away 4. Let me make sure I got 4. Johnny Rocket.
Hmm?
I need to make sure I've got at least 4 because I'm giving away 4. I said I was going to give away 3, but I'm giving away 4. I got 1, 2,
I've got
3,
4.
4, 5. I got 5.
Want more? You need more? I'm always curious.
Do we have a whole lot extra still?
Yep, sure.
They are such great
Pick some more.
sponsors.
They are amazing.
Gosh, this is such a pretty day.
It is beautiful.
And I'm not used to seeing sunshine. Our blinds stay closed
Yeah,
and our
they
lights stay off. So
Oh, really? The whole time?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of dim. It's mood.
I was about to say we're very moody in that
Mood lighting.
studio. Now, as it gets darker earlier, we'll have to pop some of
Change
those. Well,
something.
we pop the colored lights on a pretty good bit, but those studio lights are hot and bright.
We think Axel's in there eating all of that cobbler. He's mysteriously missing right now.
He's gonna get shot.
That's not a nice thing to say, Johnny Rocker. Put your tongue out. That's funny that you worked with Don Hartley before.
For years and years and years.
Let's come back.
And here we are.
I want to, I'd already told Holly, I want to get into how you
How
got,
I ended up here.
how you ended up here.
Yes, I want to know exactly how you ended up
That's
here.
what
That's great. That's perfect.
Because it relates to how the noon
I
show
have-
started.
I have two versions of
Does
that
it really?
story.
I want to hear
And
about it.
I'll tell you both.
It relates to how the noon show started. Her experience does.
We talked all that time, and I hadn't heard that yet.
I mean, there's no logical sense to it. I mean, it's totally a God thing because there's no logical
Well, this
explanation.
This was too.
Yeah. I walked in to pick up a prize pack.
Well, let's talk about it.
Have I told you how I got on this show specifically? I don't think I
No, I
have.
was talking about that.
Online.
Well, I can tell you that too, I guess.
You can call us anytime.
If we have time.
205-723-0731 or message us on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Now, here
Welcome back to the noon show, right here on
Yeah, welcome
Catfish
back, guys.
100.1. Thank you for being part of our wonderful little family across Tuscaloosa, West Alabama,
Just missing Kyle
the state
and Harrison.
and the nation, and all over. And shout out to Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching. He's watching live.
Number one fan.
He is the number one fan
Yeah.
of the noon show. He
We-
doesn't always catch my show, but he always catches your show. I promise you.
Well,
So.
I never get tired of hearing that.
It's fun.
Kyle, we appreciate it. I'm going to give you a suggestion, young man. You want to put a smile on Holli Mack's face? I can tell
Ooh.
you how to do it. Now,
Ooh.
you don't tell her now. You just do it.
Holly, plug your
I know.
ears.
I'm interested
But
in what
one
John
of our
said.
sponsors has been putting smiles on people's faces for over 40 years. That's our friends at Hudson Pool Fine Jewelers, right downtown T-Town, 1111 Greensboro Avenue. And let me tell you, folks, now we all go by there, at least most of us have, for 40 years when there's a special occasion like an anniversary or birthday or a holiday or a baby's been born
Yeah.
or whatever it might be. We find the perfect gift for that perfect occasion, right? And they even got a bridal registry that's probably the best in the nation, most likely. But anyway, there's something else that Lisa and I want to encourage you to do. We want to encourage you to do something nice just because. And that's the Just Because gift. And Hudson Pool has a Just Because gift to really, really make that special person happy. So Kyle, slip by Hudson Pool, tell them Lisa and Johnny sent you, and find a Just Because gift. Now, here's a suggestion for a Just Because gift. Right now is the best time I could think of to buy that beautiful piece of Crimson Tide jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they have got the best selection anywhere. Promise that, anywhere. So you need to go by see the friendly folks at Hudson Pool Fine Jewelers right downtown and tell them Lisa and Johnny sent you and buy that Just Because gift just because.
That's right.
And if you're an out-of-towner, and we've got lots of you listening, and we appreciate that, go to hudsonpool.com.
That's right.
Same great merchandise, same great value, same great service, and they'll even wrap it before they mail it to you. I mean, what else can you ask for?
No doubt.
So go see our good friends at Hudson Pool Fine Jewelers. They're waiting on you with a friendly smile and the perfect gift to make someone happy. So, Miss Lisa, what do you think about that idea?
I think that I found out that Holli Mack's birthday and my mother's birthday are on the same day.
Oh,
So maybe me and Kyle could go in there and shop around for
Hey,
Mom
that's a
and Holly
great
Mack.
idea. And listen, I have to tell you a funny story about Hudson Pool. I love Poochie Pool.
oh everybody
love
does.
him.
Oh, yeah.
And some of my most fond childhood memories are from walking in their store on University Boulevard. My
Mhm.
dad took me in there, and a lot of my jewelry as a child came from there. And one of the things that my mom and dad bought me at an early age was a charm bracelet from Hudson Pool. And we would go back in periodically and continue to get the charms. And
What a
dance
great
through it.
tradition.
Yeah, so I still have those things. I have some of the game day jewelry now as an adult and all
Yep.
those things. And I buy a lot of baby gifts from Hudson Pool. But
Right.
the funniest Hudson Pool thing is that when Kyle and I were getting married, and for those who don't know, I'm very vertically challenged. You know, I'm not even in my work shoes right now, but I pretty much wear heels all the time. I have to because I'm so short. And on a good day in heels, I'm lucky if I'm 5'4". My husband is about 6'7".
Oh, I
and
didn't know
he
that.
has the stature to go along with it, including his hands. Well, when you have hands the size of his, you can't just buy a wedding band anywhere.
Yeah.
And the only place that could fit him for a wedding band was Hudson Pool. But the funny part was, you know, I don't watch a lot of movies, and I had not watched, I think it's Wolverine or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Maybe. So when we were discussing wedding bands, he said, I know what kind I want. I want a wedding ring made of adamantium. And I'm like, adamantium? I
What
know
is
platinum. I know white gold. I know yellow gold. I don't know adamantium. Well, it's something that somebody defended against in Wolverine or something like that. It's not a thing.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I went into Hudson Pool just as serious as could be, as I always go in there.
Did you really, Holli Mack?
And I told them I needed a wedding band for my husband.
What was their reaction?
Made of adamantium. Well, you can imagine I got a lot of really peculiar looks. They finally figured out what's going on. I said, my husband did it. He got a big kick out of it. So to this day, we laugh about that all the time.
that's a great
Adamantium.
story.
They were not ugly to me. They were very kind. You know.
Of course they were.
And
They probably looked it up to see if they could find
He
it.
did get a real wedding band from
Oh,
there.
wow.
So,
That's a great
so we're all good.
But
Yeah.
I've got to know how in the world did you get on the show with DC?
Yeah, well, I still ask myself that question. So I really, I have two versions of this story.
Okay, I'll hear both of them.
So the first is that I have always kind of been a storyteller by nature. And
Yeah.
I've always loved having conversations that bring together community and that make people laugh and hopefully teach something. So I had a background of that. I had just enough knowledge in production and things like that to be dangerous. And I have served as a public information officer at some of my jobs in the past. And then I spent 25 years plus in full-time ministry and am very familiar with this genre of music that we play on the river. So there were a lot of kind of things that came together and culminated in being, I guess, a decent fit for that station. So when that opportunity was presented, I said, okay, I have to jump on that. I have to take it. So I did, and then I think DC and I quickly realized that we had great chemistry together.
But how was the opportunity actually presented?
Well, you know, again, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's kind of the short version of the story. And it's so weird because I have zero experience in radio. Now, I've been a
Same.
guest on live radio several times through the years, but had no background whatsoever in radio or the production.
Sounds a little familiar.
Yep.
Or on-air talent side, if you will. And of course, that's very debatable with me, the on-air talent part. But literally, I was a listener of 101.7. And once that station signed on, I didn't turn it off. And I stopped watching TV just about completely, with the exception of the news, because I loved listening to the station so much that I just left it on everywhere I went. And if I wasn't near the regular radio, I was listening on the 101.7 The River app on my phone, wherever I was. Well, I just happened to be the right caller and called in one day and won a prize pack and came to pick it up. My husband was driving that day. I said, let me just run in and grab that. Well, I happened to I couldn't get in the building. It was locked. Finally, Mary Kay and DC both ended up downstairs, which if you know their schedule, that never happens at the time of day when I came by. DC never should have been downstairs at that time of day, but he was. I walked in, we got into a conversation. An hour later, I finally walked out, and literally the funny thing is I walked in, we're having a great conversation, got my prize pack, walked back out, got in the car, looked at my husband, and I said, I walked in to pick up a prize, and I just walked out of there with a radio show. Now, here's the thing. That was never brought up. That was never discussed. That was never thought of, never talked about. And to this day, I have no idea why I said those words. But I did, and a few months passed, and DC and I had another conversation, a couple of conversations via text, and just kind of gelled on a lot of things. And he basically just said, "Hey, do you think you'd be willing to come in and co-host a few afternoons a week?" And he said, "I realize you are in business full time. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're busy, but if you have any time, I would love to have you help co-host." So that's literally how it happened.
Almost exactly like my story,
And-
isn't it, Johnny?
Well, and I asked him, I said, because every week I say, "Are you rethinking your decision yet?" And he's like, "Are you going to keep asking me that every week?" And I keep saying, "Yeah, probably so." But I did ask him recently, I said, "What in the world made you ask me to do this?" Y'all, Steve and DC are radio royalty. They're
Oh, they are.
legends.
Yes.
They are.
I cannot tell you how much respect I have for them and for their producer, Bob. I listened to Steve growing up when he and Joan Brown were on WNPT. And DC and I did graduate from the same high school, and we had the same circle of friends, but we never
Wow.
crossed paths at that
Oh,
point.
that's interesting.
We kind of knew who each other was, but that was the extent of it. So I asked him, I said, "Why in the world did you ask me to do this? Are you nuts?" And he said, "Honestly, God just told me to." So I did. And I was like, "Well, okay, there you have it." So that's literally
argue
how it
that.
happened.
Can't argue with that.
That's right.
Oh my
That's a
God.
great story because
Yeah.
it's easy for Lisa and I to relate. I can go all the way back, and I think I told you this, that the Noon Show came about in a very similar way in that I had actually been praying for God to give me a new sense of purpose, something
Yep.
that maybe I could do
Right.
to impact someone. And 3 months later, Dave DeVos and I talked, and the Noon Show was born. And so it's so similar. And then
Mm-hmm.
God put other folks on my heart later on when I lost our first co-host. Lisa just happened to be in my path.
Yeah.
And God put her there.
Yeah.
I know that. And so it was kind of a pretty immediate when I asked, and Lisa can tell her side of the story, but it's so similar.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're pointing this out because sometimes we need to let our audience know God does care, and He puts you in the right place at the right time with the right people.
Yep.
And so we're here for a purpose.
Yeah. Well, I
We
have
are.
always said God can change your life in an instant.
Absolutely.
And I've said that for years. And interestingly enough, 2024 was the hardest year of my life, period. And that is personally and professionally, just every sense of the word, with family, some medical stuff going on. 2024 was the hardest year. And there were a lot of days that I kept saying, "Am I going to make it through this, God? Am I going to make it through this?"
Mhm.
And I kept, for nothing else, there were times when all I could say was, "God, I trust you." And I kept realizing, hey, you know what? God can change your life in an instant.
He
And
can.
when I look back at those prayer journals, I realized He did.
No doubt.
And let me insert one more thing, because one of the lessons that we all need to learn, I'm learning it right now. God gives you an opportunity. He gives you a purpose. He opens the door for you. But the lesson I'm trying to learn right now is don't get ahead of it.
No, yeah.
Do not get ahead of it. You start running so fast thinking you can make it all happen yourself. And that's when I say, pause, slow down,
Right.
let God be in the lead. Don't try to run ahead of it.
Right.
And I think that's an important lesson. I think there's a reason that you're here today, because I think we need to have this conversation. I think there's someone in our audience needs to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, guys, we're coming up against a break, but I have my own little comment to insert. So I'm not sure if I've really told Johnny this ever. Maybe I did, but we had our other conversations after I got on the radio show. But so we were connected by a mutual acquaintance. I got booked on the show. I came on the show, and as I was walking out, I'm walking past Stephen Deathridge's office, and I don't know if you heard me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to get on a radio show. Somebody tell me how I'm going to make that happen." You're talking about
Yeah.
your parting words.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be on a radio show now. That's my thing. That's my destiny now. And don't know what came over me to even say such a thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, you've been listening to the Noon Show on Catfish 100.1. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Yeah, I mean, I was like walking through right past, and I don't know, like I said,
This is
Stephen
so
Brothers
weird.
heard me, and I was like, somebody tell me how to get on the radio. I need to be on the radio show now.
Yeah. I literally sent a text to my husband and my mom when I got back in the car. And even though I was with my husband, it was like our family group text. And I was like, I walked in to pick up a prize, and I walked out, I guarantee you, with a radio show. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? But it's funny because going back in my old prayer journals, that was the main thing I've been praying for was, all right, God, just give me an opportunity to make a difference to somebody.
That's all I was praying for.
So,
You know, I was doing fine because I do some consulting work,
Yeah,
and I was doing great. And but I just didn't feel like I was connecting to people like I always had.
Yeah,
You know, I wasn't in the
Oh,
community anymore. I
Right.
would gotten away, and I just was a little bit, I guess, probably frustrated.
Yeah.
And sure enough, and I'd already started some commercial work,
Yeah.
which was kind of an accident in itself. A friend of mine, Johnny Price, who you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
know, connected me up with that. And I'm going,
Yeah.
maybe there's something to this.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I feel like DC and I have known each other literally our entire lives, you know. And boy, I tell you what, you spend at least 4 hours a day with somebody every day, you get to know them real well,
Yeah.
real quickly.
Well, I think Lisa and I can say that about Steve and DC, because it's just like they've always been our
I
friends.
know, I know. They're amazing.
Or online, Catfish Customer Center. You can call us live 205-723-0731 or message us now on the Catfish Customer Center. Here's Lisa.
Welcome back to the Noon Show, right
Yeah,
here on
welcome
Catfish
back.
100.1 with Lisa and yours truly and our good friend and colleague, Miss Holli Mack herself. Glad she's in the studio with us today.
Thank y'all.
Welcome.
Great
Holly.
conversation, and it will continue. But before we get back to our conversation, let's remind you, let me ask you a question. You want to feel better?
Well, yeah.
I mean, would you like to have more energy?
Well, yeah, but I already do, honestly.
You know, you don't have any energy. Bless your heart, you're so shy.
I
But
know.
anyway, but our good friends at Purify You do help Lisa and I and
Yes.
many other clients to feel their best the natural way.
You gotta find somebody else to ask those questions to, Johnny, right? Because you already know I know the
I
answers.
know the answer. We're both got, we feel awfully good most
We
of the time.
do. We have a great time. We feel good.
Because we go to Purify You, we take care of ourselves through natural therapies like salt therapy and red light and infrared sauna.
Did y'all do the power plate?
Power plate
I have not
program.
tried that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta
you
do
have
that
to.
one.
You have to do the power
I
plate.
hear it's good
But
for your
have you done
bone
the
health.
massage chair though?
That's the only thing I
Oh,
haven't
my
done.
I want to do that one
Oh,
too.
the massage chair is absolutely marvelous. But anyway, I'm going there this
I've got to block some
afternoon.
time out of my schedule for all of it.
So anyway, if you want to feel really good, you need to check out Purify You because they've also got a wonderful line of natural-based nutrients and supplements. And I don't mind telling folks, I do it all the time. I got rid of my meds. I'm only on natural things, and I've never felt better. And my health has never been better. And I may drop dead tomorrow, might. But I'm going to
Nobody's promised
smile on my
tomorrow.
face. But anyway, go see our
True.
good friends at Purify You, 500 Town Center Boulevard, right here in T-Town. And check them out on their website. Great website, purifyu.com. It's purify with a big capital U.com. Learn what they can do for you to make you feel your best.
Yeah,
And I guess the chime means it's time out.
it's time
But
out.
anyway,
It's
so
time out.
we are having a great time with Miss Holli Mack from 101.7 The River.
Our sister station.
And I love the river. I love the river.
Oh, thank you.
That's the
Be
one I
nice
like.
to your sister.
I love the river.
Yeah, watch and listen to the Noon Show. And then after that's done, tune in to 101.7 The River.
That's right.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
So Holli Mack, oh gosh. So you worked with Don Hartley in the past.
Yes.
So what in the
Yeah.
actual heck? It's a small world,
I know,
right?
isn't that funny? It was neat to be reunited. We haven't been apart long. So I spent 20 years volunteering with a national nonprofit in this town, doing disaster relief and disaster mitigation, training, preparedness, and all of that. and then finally agreed to take a paid position with them in 2011 after the devastating April 27th tornado.
Yeah.
And did that for several years. But just through my connection with that nonprofit org, where I dealt with disaster services, I was always on call 24/7. That was challenging. And whether it was a single family house fire to a huge disaster, a mass casualty, the tornado, something like that, it was a very interesting line of work. I still volunteer in that area. I volunteer with Tuscaloosa County EMA, but through the years of us working with Alabama EMA, Don was head of the region and head of our area. So we worked hand in hand with him a lot. So for years and years and years, I've gotten to work with Don Hartley just through that avenue. And then he recently retired, and I got to tape a video congratulating him on his retirement. And then I think, 2 months later, walk in and here's Don and here's me again and all that. So,
it was meant to be.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Don in itself is kind of a legend around here.
That is true.
I mean, when you think emergency management, when you think of someone delivering the news, you think of Don Hartley.
That's right. Well, I told him jokingly in his retirement video, I said, Don, your name is synonymous with disaster. and then I explained it, but my dad actually worked in radio, WTBC.
Oh, sure.
Right here. What
What did he do?
Eons ago. And he and Don worked together. I think maybe that might have been when James Spann, Dave Baird, some of those cohorts were around. Yeah, this was in the 70s. So he was in radio for a little while. And then interestingly enough, my brother-in-law was also in radio here in Tuscaloosa for a little while at the University of Alabama, and have had a lot of friends in radio. But yeah, even my dad and Don did some time together doing news and all of that. And then here we are, full circle.
One of my favorite trivia questions is, what does WTBC stand for?
Is it?
And you should know.
Yeah. Is it Tuscaloosa Broadcasting Company?
That's what everybody says. But
Okay.
you know what the original was?
What?
The three founders.
Oh,
Todd, Banks, and Coleman.
okay.
Tommy
Oh,
Todd,
that's neat.
I never knew that.
Bert Banks,
Yep.
and Jeff Coleman.
Yep.
That's where they came from. But it later, I think, probably took on that.
Well,
but the original was those three individuals.
okay. Now I know. I just
Little
always
piece of trivia.
assumed it was Tuscaloosa
A
Broadcasting
little bit
Company.
of trivia. Well, I think it may have turned into that eventually, but it was. It's always been a great trivia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question for you. How do you end up becoming in a position where you're going to serve on the board of directors for family counseling services?
I was tapped last year and asked to serve on their board of directors. I've always been very involved in community here in West Alabama, and I serve on the board for several nonprofits. And they came to me, I guess, a little over a year ago and said that, someone on their board had nominated me, and they brought me in and talked to me about their organization. And I wasn't really familiar with it at the time. And when I learned more about it, I realized what an asset family counseling is to our community. Oh my goodness, they offer amazing programs. So I said, yes, I have to, and we've got to get the word out. So I have served on their board this year and have a few more years to serve with them, but absolutely love it.
One of our favorite guests, actually.
Tell us about the MC events you've got coming up.
Well, I'm so honored to be serving next Tuesday as the MC for an evening for the kingdom, and that is the gala at the Cypress Inn Pavilion for Kingdom Kitchen. A lot of folks know Pastor's Kitchen Restaurant in Northport, and he has started an organization called Kingdom Kitchen, and his goal is to feed 300 people every single day in this town. But as you can imagine, that is going to take a lot of money to do and a lot of equipment and all that kind of stuff. So this gala is serving as a fundraiser. It's going to be an amazing event. There's going to be an auction. You guys probably know Max Carr. He is
Max
Carr that night, and
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'll be serving as the MC next Tuesday. So I think there may still be a few tickets left. You do have to pre-register. It is a plated dinner as well. But I will send y'all the info, and y'all can post it so that if anybody listening wants to register and attend, they can. But looking forward to that great event. And Pastor and his family and that organization have a special place in my heart too.
Did you say they're gonna serve feed 300 people a day?
A day. That is their goal, is to feed 300 people a day. And they have an amazing facility in Northport. They were
Wow. I've been there.
given a church building, and then sadly a tree fell through it and did some major damage. And they have been working to not only repair that, but just to get the donations to be able to afford to repair that, things like that. So great event coming up, and I hope folks will come out and support Kingdom Kitchen.
We hope so too, because we know working with West Alabama Food Bank and some other folks, that there are a lot of hungry folks. So
Absolutely.
that 300 is not only achievable, it may go higher.
Oh
than
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I've worked with the Soup Bowl.
yep,
And they're 400 to 500 a day. So
Right.
a lot of hungry folks.
That-
And
that's
so
just
let's get out
impressive.
there and support
absolutely.
Kingdom's Kitchen.
Kingdom Kitchen.
Golly. Wow, that's amazing. So tell me, when did you and Kyle get married?
We got married in 2016. Yeah.
Okay,
So
what month?
we're April. As a matter of fact, we got married on my parents' wedding anniversary and his parents' wedding anniversary. So all three of us have the same anniversary. Our parents have been married. My parents have been married over, 117 years, I think. His parents too,
117 years.
so
So did you actually do that you did that on purpose?
we did, because when we realized both sets of parents had the same anniversary, that date happened to be on a Saturday. So we said, hey, why not?
Why not?
We weren't thinking about celebrating anniversaries though.
That's the
and
first
what
thing
that
about-
might look like. So,
Are you
usually
gonna do anniversary
Well,
celebrations together?
we don't, and we actually don't celebrate our anniversary in April either, because there is so much going on. We usually kind of catch up in October. So
Well,
which
all
is
of you
funny.
can make an appointment at Hudson Pool the
Okay.
same day.
Absolutely. Hey, and you know what? October is coming up.
That's right.
Hudson Pool in October. That'd be great. Great
Works-
combo.
Works
Sure.
well.
And Kyle, don't forget her birthday is on February 6th.
Oh, he
That's
knows
right.
that. He is a good gift giver, and he has never forgotten.
Oh,
That's
that's
great.
sweet.
Yeah.
Holli Mack, this has been so much fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
We'll slip into the studio for 101.7 The River today.
Y'all are welcome
Yeah.
anytime.
But I'm gonna get some blackberry cobbler.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm
before
gonna race you.
well, you're probably gonna beat me.
Axel's done beat us. He's gotten over there.
But before we go, we need to also thank our wonderful sponsor, the good friends at Bryant Bank. Bryant Bank, I tell you what, folks, 20 years they've been serving their customers with the best service you could ever ask. Personal, friendly, professional service, because when you're a customer at Bryant Bank, you're a member of the family.
That's right.
And they treat you like family. So if you have not met a Bryant banker and you have not found out what the Bryant difference can do for you, go by and see them at any one of their great locations. Just step in, meet them. Bryant Bank's headquarters are on McFarland, but they've got convenient locations in Northport, North River, and in beautiful downtown T-Town. Go by, tell them Lisa and Johnny sent you.
Yeah.
Find out what the Bryant difference can do for you and your family and your business. And remember, they're an equal housing lender and a member of
FDIC.
Go see our friends at Bryant Bank. Miss
No
Lisa,
doubt.
it's just about
Can
that
you
time.
believe it? Why don't they get?
No, it
It
goes
gets
so
away
fast.
from us for
It
so
goes
fast.
It does.
Yeah, no doubt. I guess I'm gonna have to close this out, y'all.
Oh,
I am gonna race you for that blackberry cobbler.
you'll probably be.
But don't start before me. I'm gonna
Well,
start.
I gotta shut down everything.
Okay. Oh, look out
You're
now.
gonna get an edge.
Maybe there'll be some left by the time you get
Well,
in there.
maybe. I'm not sure.
All right. But before we go, I want to remind everyone, don't forget to spay or neuter your furry friends and keep those tails wagging with up-to-date vaccinations. This is Lisa Jones signing off for the noon show. But before we go, I'd like to wish everyone a splendiferous rest of their day. See you on the radio tomorrow. Okay, here's a perfect example of water practice. That chiming noise, it was because we still had those buttons pressed. And it was coming from this computer.